Hello there everyone, it's Kathy in my first garden and just showing you the front of the house for some perspective here. If you remember, I had a gorgeous rose bush right here, and as the season progressed, my crepe myrtle is doing what it's supposed to do, looking glorious. And if you remember, I was worried that it was going to shade my rose bush too much, and sure enough, it is doing that. So I had to move it. So I moved it from there to right over here, front and center. There's a shovel. I literally just moved it. And there she is. And I think that this is going to be a really good spot for her. Hopefully she'll love it. This container was in that spot. So I'm going to take the container and move it back over here to where the rose bush was, just temporarily until I figure out what I'm going to do there. The zinnias that I pruned, but I didn't even prune them, I chopped their heads off, they're finally growing back. I see a little bit of sign of life aside from the weeds, so I'm very happy about that. And a quick update on these containers. If you remember, I had annuals and boxwoods in here. They were struggling. Almost all of my annuals died. The sun here is just too much. So although they do say full sun, not the sun here in my zone. I'm in zone 9A and it gets pretty hot here in the afternoon. So my boxwoods and my annuals were frying here. So I removed the annuals, the boxwoods, I put them in containers. Hopefully I can save those. But I opted for these palm trees, and these are I think they're pink. I'll put it up on the screen. These palm trees here, and they're really great. They do great in my area, so I think these are going to look gorgeous here. So look at that, how beautiful. Look at these trunks here. They're 3 trunks, and the containers are huge, so they're going to do well. Look at the mess I make with dirt, guys. It's just ridiculous. So look at my front porch, how gorgeous it looks. I don't think I've done an update of how much my plants have grown. I've had to cut the coleus back. I think this is the third. If I had to cut them again, it will be a third time. I chopped them back twice, really, really hard. And my philodendron is just gorgeous. So everything's doing really well. I just wanted to give you an update on the rose bush. I did have to move it, and we shall see. I think it's going to do well there. So I've got a good spot there. So I'm excited to see what I'm going to put there. But I'm gonna just let it chill for a while, let the zinnias come back in, and I'll probably move this salvia a little forward, just creating more of a triangle as opposed to a little drift there, almost like a hedge, which I don't like now that the rose bush is not there. So I'm gonna move that a little forward, and we'll see how things grow in. I think this section is gonna be good. And then I'll finish the mulch. Now that I've done all of that, I wanted to move that rose bush before I did the mulch. So yeah, that's it. Look at how beautiful everything's looking. Everything's looking great. I'm really happy with how the garden has turned out. Everything is covered because we've had so much rain. The only bummer is that I had to remove my obelisks that were in the pots here in the front. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with everything. Everything's looking good. So I'm gonna do lots of cleaning up because I've got quite the mess. And maybe I'll do a tour when everything's all cleaned up. Thanks for watching. This is Kathy in my first garden.